Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Today is August the 12th, and call to order the meeting, but I'd like to say something. I'll do respect to the staff, board. I think we need to get this out the way right quick. The meeting time. The last time that there was a meeting, I've been coming to meetings at 4 o'clock all the time. Last time, there was a meeting called and stated that it was at 2. So there was never an agreement on whether it was going to be 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock for the meeting. So with that, nobody understood what the agreement was. We missed the meeting, or there was no meeting at all. Is that right?
Please don't use the word we, because I made it.
Well,
At the time, I was here.
Well, you was here.
You were here, weren't you? Yeah,
You was here.
Renter was here too. So.
And 2 of us board members were not, because we were not aware that it was a 2 o'clock meeting. We talked about it, but there was never a mention that we was gonna stay. So today, we'd like to establish whether there's gonna be a permanent 2 o'clock meeting from now on, or whether that's 4 o'clock, so there won't be no misunderstanding. So,
Can I say something? Well, I like to say that I was informed that it was gonna be at 2 o'clock. It was after the fact. Okay, I got a thing on saying that the meeting, that we're having a meeting, then I got it later that it's gonna be at 2 o'clock. And I got 1,000 emails, so it's hard for me. I don't check my emails every day.
Okay, well,
So
the
if I don't
meetings,
get if I don't get an email, on my phone, I don't check my emails, so I just.
so we wanna move forward with this and make a motion maybe to, make it a permanent 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock, so everybody be understood with that. So can we put a motion on the floor to,
Yeah, I make motions, it'd be 4 o'clock.
is there a second to the motion? Anybody want a second? There was a motion on the floor, but there was no second. So, let's just say
That motion can't move forward.
it cannot move forward, so the meeting will always stay as it was at 4 o'clock.
You can call
Okay.
a motion for the other time and see if they get success.
Say it again.
There's the option, you can call for the 2 o'clock and see if that gets success.
I don't think we have to do that, because I mean,
That's right. You
I
don't
don't
have
think we
to.
have to do that.
Anyone,
Because I would agree with the 4.
Oh, it didn't get a second. Well, then it won't be a set time because the body didn't take action. So what it will be is it will be noticed every time.
Well, there's always, the meeting has, for the years I've been here, it's been 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So if there's no motion to change it to 2, it goes, revert back to 4.
Well, your motion was to set a permanent time. That was what your motion was. So it would be known that in perpetuity, the meeting would start at 4. That motion did not receive a second.
Right.
So there is no set time in perpetuity. There will be a notice that will go out every meeting, which will dictate, you said at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
It's your meeting, so 4 o'clock is fine.
Okay, appreciate that. I noted that it will be that way, that everybody aware of that. Okay, thank you. We move right along to, first thing on the agenda is amended resolution 2024.
You need to establish a quorum. I don't think we did that. We need a roll call to establish a quorum.
Roll call meeting, roll call,
Call out your board members.
roll call, Mr. Minchuk,
Present.
Mr. Dudley, here, Ms. Pierce, here. And we do have a quorum. We'll start with old business, amended resolution 2024-25. And this is a salary resolution. Now, my understanding, last time we had already worked on this resolution. Now, if there's an amendment, Mr. Blackman, what is the amendment?
Well, the amendments for, we did some renaming some positions, over at, Hidden Lake Park. Basically, we had an employee who went from maintenance supervisor to facility supervisors. So therefore, his pay changed. So to amend that, we had to amend it, make everything for the budget meet up, so everything can match up right. So that's why it was amended.
So in fact, if that's the amendment, then that resolution would go for the whole, we have to do the whole thing again.
No,
Just for that particular, is this a new position, a new hiree or something that
No.
is?
no.
So what's the amendment?
Donnie's been here, what, 20-some years?
So we're amending the resolution to include another person or include a raise in the salary of the person?
To include that position. Donnie went from maintenance supervisor to facility supervisor. He's no longer the maintenance supervisor. Alex is the maintenance supervisor now. Alex took the lead position over there. We created a position for Donnie, which is facility supervisor.
Okay, so this is a position that never existed,
Correct.
so the new position, okay? So we want to talk about that, is the salary of, price on it, a pay scale?
Basically, Donnie took a pay cut.
I mean, we don't know, I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
The only thing was changed was the name of the position. So, and for everything to meet the budget, everything, the item line in the budget, we have to have the facility supervisor, and that, just like the other employees, we have to add that to the amended resolution. That position has to be added to the positions of everybody else who works for the township.
Okay, but that sounds okay, but let me ask you a question. Seeing that it was only, what we got, 4 more months left in the year? Can that just went on without us changing anything?
No.
We only got 4 months left in this whole year.
I had to make an executive decision, and I made it.
Is there any questions, anything, anybody on that? Might have any question on the amendment to the resolution? Hearing none, seeing none, we'll do a vote on it.
Make a motion.
Made a motion?
Yes, sir.
Is there a second on the motion? No second on the motion? I second the motion. Move this forward. Does it even, just straight across, no changes in anything, any money? I don't think there's any reason that we should hold it up. So, I second the motion on that. And, vote to approve. Mr. Minter? Aye. Mr. Dudley? Aye. Mr. Pierce? Yes. 3, 4, yes, so make it known that, that resolution is taken care of. So we're down to the second thing on the, this is new business. No, we had a discussion on this, discussion of HEA court cases.
New business.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, yes. This is it. Resolution 2025-02, establishing a town marshal system within the township. Now, knowing that, Mr. Blackman, you called it, you wanted this meeting for that. This is not one of our regular scheduled meetings. It's put into the meeting. I hope that some of this will be taken care of today, but, do you have all the information that's necessary for this? Because I'm not understanding the town marshal system. What do we stand here? Are we hiring people, new police officer? What, can you explain that to the board?
Again, as we talked about it in the last meeting, we didn't have a meeting, but we're not establishing a police department. We're establishing asset protection for our parks, cemeteries, and for any of our facilities. That's it. It's not a police department. I thought we got that cleared up the last time we talked about it, but you guys wasn't here. So what we did was we sent out, Sherry sent everyone the copy of the resolution talking about the marshal system and talking about what we're trying to do here in Ross Township. It was never established that we're starting a police department. That was rumored. It's only asset protection. And those officers will be reserve officers. It will have an established marshal. That marshal will be experienced police officer, which is we talked about, which would be Gary Carter. So it wouldn't be a whole salary being created for that position. This money is not coming from any of the township money. This is a grant that we applied for. We applied for a grant to establish equipment, vehicles, and things of that nature. We don't even have, or we haven't been approved for the grant. So we don't even know that that is going to move forward. But this is, my goal was to apply for the grant. Hopefully we get the grant. Once we get the grant, we already have things ready in position to move forward with that, if you all approve that.
Well, there's some areas that really need to discuss in terms of safety issues, and are these people gonna have pistols, guns, and?
I'll let Gary take it from here. Mr. Carter.
Well, reserve officers do carry weapons in the same type of way.
Excuse me.
I said reserve officers do carry weapons and other, things that a full-time officer carry, which is reserve officers. And their powers is basically limited to, and the jurisdiction is limited to, in this case would be the park. Because that's the only property that we actually own, the park. And things of that nature. And they only have, from my understanding, reserve officers only have the power during their shift, that they're working.
To arrest?
Yeah, well, they make minor offense arrests and things of that nature, but they can make arrests, yeah. It's the reserve officers that I have.
Okay. All right, is the board,
Can I answer your question?
yeah, I'm not finished yet. Is the board, under any kind of, penalties or liable for any type of thing?
Well, there's always liability when you talk about police officers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what we did was
Just wanna
Yeah,
know,
yeah, liability has to lie on the township.
we checked on liability insurance for that. And what was the cost for that, Sherry?
I have no idea.
Okay.
For that particular policy, I wasn't instrumental in
Yeah, Wally,
securing that information.
remember Wally emailed it to us and you sent it to me? It was a very small cost for the liability insurance. This was back maybe 3 months
Oh,
ago,
that's
but
why I
yeah,
don't
that's
remember.
fine.
I'm sorry.
So we did inquire about liability insurance if we were to establish asset protection here in Ross Township.
Okay, so we're getting our police officers from Crown Point.
Let's stop saying police officers. These are
Security.
reserve officers, and most of the guys, females that we would like to hire will be reserve officers already with the training and things of that nature. And Gary's coming up with a training program to try to work with other departments to train our officers in the right manner. We're not just giving anybody a gun and anything like that. Everybody will have to go through extensive background checks, just like any other department when they're hiring reserve officers. It's just not going to be a simple fix. Again, I want to make this very clear. It is not a police department. Just like Methodist Hospital, they have their own asset protection. Other big companies like US Steel, they have their own police department. We're just, and that's for them, asset protection. I'm not trying to start a police department. I wish people would just get that out their heads. Again, asset protection for our parks, our properties, and our cemeteries. That's
We're
it.
just trying to get an understanding also.
These officers won't be driving down Broadway or driving up 73rd trying to write tickets and arrest somebody, things of that nature. That's not our problem.
Right.
Only problem I have is for protection for my employees and the people who come to our facility. Okay. And I must throw this in there. We got 8 cameras in the park right now. That park is monitored 24 hours right now. And that was through the grant that we received last year through Lake County. So again, everything is to protect our assets and our people and to know what's going on in our parks. Okay?
Okay, our Maryville Police Department, Crown Point, Hobart, these people have been asked to participate in this, or were they asked to?
Oh, it's a public meeting. We didn't ask anything. They,
In terms of, being the people that you might want to use for that?
any person can apply if this is approved. We're jumping the gun. We haven't even got it approved yet.
Okay.
Once approved, then we move forward with the necessary arrangements to get everything going.
Okay, Mr. Judge?
Yeah, Ms. Blackman,
Yes, sir.
don't you think that we have enough police force here? We got Crown Point, we got Maryville, we got Hobart, we got Lake County. Don't they watch our,
No, they don't watch our parks. Let me explain it to you, Mr. Dudley. The thing is, when it comes to other departments in the area, most of those full-time officers, they work full-time and they work part-time jobs, okay? The biggest problem we had was trying to secure officers for our parks. We couldn't get no help, anybody to come out and help us when we have our big events. So therefore, that's an issue, that's a problem, because if something happens, we don't have anybody there to take care of it, okay? So therefore, I hired a security firm. Security firm wasn't doing what they needed to do, so we had to boot them out. So therefore, right now, Lake County is protecting our parks right now. That's the only police department that was willing to work with us. So, go ahead.
And Lake County's not doing it, we're doing it.
Oh, yeah, they're doing it as a side job.
So we're paying.
Yeah.
We're already paying for it right now.
Yes, go ahead.
Did you want to echo what happened last year with someone running through the gate?
Oh, well, yeah, we had an issue that happened last year about, I don't know if you guys are aware, about 1 o'clock in the morning, person bust through the gates of Hidden Lake Park, tried to run his car into the bridge and everything like that. That was another reason why I wanted cameras in the park so we can see what's going on. We even had to put a new gate up there. I don't know if you've been to the park lately, but we have a new sliding gate because the gate we had up there, motorized gate, the gate we had was just a lock and chain. And the guy just rolled right through it.
did the police come?
We made a police report.
Did the police come?
We made a police report.
What about our, guy who lives in that house there? Ain't he like a ground watcher?
Yeah, Chris, he's a ground watcher, but it's not his job to protect the park.
No,
Yeah, it's his job to, if anything happens in the park, like what happened was, when that happened, he did contact Gary. He contacted us, saying, hey, somebody bust through the gate. Then the next morning when Gary came in, Gary went to the Maryville Police Department, gave him, pretty much gave Maryville everything, tracked the car to the gas station on 61st where cameras was. The guy, we followed the trail because he busted his tire. So what he did was he drove through the gas station, we followed that, and we were able to turn that information over to the Maryville Police Department. Yes, sir.
Another question. If we do in fact happen to go for this, where will we get our money from to take care of this? We waiting for the.
Remember, I said I applied for a grant for this, yes. This would never come out of the township's budget or anything like that. If the grant dollars were to stop coming in, therefore I have to come up with something else. No money is being taken out of the township. And we're not trying to give, take away anything from the fraternal order, police officers, anything like that. We're not trying to step on anyone's toes. Again, this is only for asset protection. That's it.
Do you think that we need to do some feasibility study a little more? Or you get all the facts down?
Again,
This is where we are.
again, before all that is done, Mr. Pearson, we have to get this approved. If it's not approved, we can't, it stops here, you know? If it's approved, this is where we move forward with feasibility studies and things of that nature. Gary start working on training and things of that nature. And again, we haven't got any money for this. So, but again, it has to be approved by the board if we want to move forward with this.
Well, I think it's
I got a question.
myself.
Okay, you got a question? Go ahead.
So
Somebody has a question?
you said it has to be approved by the board if we move forward. We apply for a grant already, correct?
Yes.
And then on grants, I probably not a valid timeline on it, but when did we apply for the grant?
We did that grant like January, and we should know something by September, October. Yeah.
September, October.
And that's not the only grant we applied for. We applied for several other grants as well. We have a pretty good grant writer on our retainer. She's very good. She's very good.
I'm just, Attorney Williams, I'm just wondering if maybe table us when it gets closer to the grant time.
Well, I think the reason this is important, because you don't want to waste all the time and resources of securing the grant and doing all that, only for the board to say no. That's a lot of waste of time and energy. So, no, I think it's appropriate to move forward now, and then we could just stop that, and we could save that time and those resources. Just want to clear up a few things that the chairman brought up, and it was a great question. There is no personal liability on the board. You asked, would you all be responsible? There's an indemnity clause with the insurance company that would indemnify the board and the trustee and the township in its totality. So there would be no personal responsibility for any acts of the reserve officers. Also, this authority is granted to the township under Indiana code. It allows for this on 36-8-3-4. And in that statute, it requires that the only authority that the trustee would have actually is the appointment of the marshal. And the marshal has to meet the state guidelines of that of any other reserve officer, which surely Gary O'Carter, being an ex-police chief, would meet those standards. It would then be the marshal's job to appoint the other marshals, which we're referring to as reserve officers. That authority would rely solely on the trained professional, again, in this case, which would be Gary O'Carter. Those marshals would have to have this minimum state requirement to be that of reserve officers. So you're not just getting any Joe out the street, giving them a gun, putting them out in the community. That would be malpractice on our part, and definitely mine as the attorney to allow you to do that. So they're actually looking for already seasoned reserve officers who already have the skill set, the time, and the training. The only thing I would like to add, that in preparing the resolution, as I prepared this resolution, I found that it is incumbent that the board has the authority. That's why we're here. The trustee could not do this without the consent of the board. So the board sets out the authority and the parameters. Once that's done, the funding would have to come back to the board for you to disperse of the funding. And then it would be turned over to the marshal to run the day-to-day operation of these officers. So that was kind of a brief overview what I gave at the previous meeting, and I thought it would be beneficial for you all to hear that.
Is everybody clear on that? Any other questions? Hearing none, seeing none. Motion to approve?
I believe he motioned. I did. Okay.
He did, or he didn't?
Yes.
Well, you gotta hear that. There's a motion.
Clear out your ears, pay attention.
I hear you.
I said it.
Who's the second? First and the second motion, okay. There's a motion, there's a motion by the young man here. There was a motion second by Mr. Dudley.
I didn't second that.
You didn't second?
No, I didn't second that.
I second the motion on that. I think we can move with that and work on that, where we are going there.
Before you take the vote, we got a motion second on the floor. I got a question for the attorney. So this passes through. We could sit down, so what you're saying is the board could sit down to this and set the regulations with the so-called town marshal.
I think the resolution spells out exactly what would happen. Once it was approved, the funding would come back to the board to substantiate the price points, salary points, things of that nature. They would then come back and present a plan.
Now, who would be over the you call it SOPs and guidelines? And
that would all be done by the marshal.
so he would set that, present to the board, kind of like a policy.
Correct.
Okay, ready? The next time there's a second and motion is gone, there's no more conversation on that again, because we already asked. Was there any questions? You heard it. You heard it, and you didn't.
Dude, go back to Lake County Library.
So now it's a vote on the motion. Mr. Minchuk, you want to vote on the motion to accept or what? Yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
No,
No. Mr. Pearson, yes. Motion approved. Okay, now, we'll go down to the next discussion of, HEA 1461, I guess is the House Bill 1461, the road fund and capital improvements. Capital improvement plan. And this board will be presented with and are required to pass resolution implementing both parts of this HEA. Sherry, is there, anything you want to say on this HEA, this, this 1461 to explain that a little more?
Well, Aaron is present actually with the accounting,
Okay, wait.
firm who might be able to address it a little bit better than I can. The most I know is that the state legislators passed this, it's a done deal, and we have to do it.
So as of today, there's no action needed by the board, but by September 30th is when we will need to approve this capital improvement plan. What the state has determined is that they're seeing cash balances and township funds increase to a point where they think it needs to be utilized. So they're requesting that you transfer 30% of some of your funds that are considered unrestricted to this capital improvement fund. This fund will then move that money to most likely the county to spend it on road improvement projects. So it's a way to take township money, move it to the county, spend it on capital projects that way. The main idea when we're filling this out is we want to look at how much that 30% eats into your fund. And they provide us a template where we can estimate that. As of now, it looks like you would need to make up about $500,000. Basically say, we are planning to do $500,000 of capital projects. If you were to say that, then the county would not have any money to take in that case. But that's only if we fill out the capital improvement plan correctly. To do that, we would have to plan out projects that you are obligating to do. Whether you do it or not in the next 3 years is up to you, but we have to plan out the next 3 years in that way. It's 3 years at a time, but you have to approve this every year. So you will have to do another one next year and after that, and so on and so forth. But for now, the current template is for 26, 27, 28, and 29.
And HEA, that's an acronym for what is that? HEA.
House Enrollment Act, I believe.
Say it again.
House Enrollment Act.
House Enrollment Act.
That's just what they
That's
call
the
it.
House Bill 1461. That's what that is.
Yes. There are two parts to it, just so you're aware. The first part is, of course, the capital improvement plan that we have to do. The second part is we have to create the fund that those monies will be transferred into, should there be any, after we do all of our calculations and our subtracting. And hopefully we've anticipated our capital projects well enough that we won't lose our money. But that's all I'm figuring.
Any other questions? Agreement, disagree? Anybody?
There's no action. We don't have
No.
to prepare yet, right?
Mr. Black, you got anything you want to say on that?
No, sir.
No questions? Hearing none, seeing none? And, move on down to, is there any discussion? None? No one? Okay, we're going down to, discussion for perfect salary information.
Okay,
And salary information. We're back to salaries again. Right there where we at. Okay.
okay, basically, I just wanted to present, to you all, options, the PERF option for, the board members here in Ross Township. Basically, everybody qualifies for the PERF. We pay into it. I think Mr. Dudley with your tenure you had here before and with your time here now, I think you have, what, was it one more year? Sure.
7, no, well, this year will be
Right.
7,
Mhm.
so he would need 3 more.
3
but
more
there's
years.
Still another year in the current term, and then the future term. But were you in a perk position
Yeah, I
before?
got first 3 years. Coming.
So
You can bridge.
with that 3 that you had before, plus the 4 from your first term, and then your current term, you would be tenured already. You meet the 10 years
I understand that.
to be vested.
My question.
Yes, sir.
My question is that you're gonna put the 14.2% in?
Pretty good.
That's our part plus your part?
Yes, to
Yes.
catch you guys up. Yes, sir.
Okay, how much is our part? 3%?
Yes, the mandatory 3%.
3%. But you can go 10.
You can do an
Yeah.
optional,
Mhm.
Let me
but
finish
yeah,
what I want to say.
Okay.
So my 3% that you're backing up all this years, if I don't want this,
Right.
I can collect my 3%, all that you put in there right away.
What you mean collect?
I can take it out.
what do you mean if
That's-
you don't
That would
want it?
be mine that goes in.
Well,
I'm just going by if they don't accept this first, I don't know if first gonna go.
Perp already agreed,
Right,
that's
agreed.
where I contacted them first and verified that you are qualified participants, should you choose to opt in. And if you choose to opt in, we have to backdate all the way to your original date of hire and get you caught up.
Right, no, I
Yes.
understand that, okay.
So, yes,
Okay.
but if you say you don't make the vested portion, say you get 9 years instead of 10.
Right.
Yes, you would be able to fully withdraw the 3% that we put in on your behalf for you.
Yeah.
That would be your money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's all the question. I didn't know that you got that okay,
Yeah, we,
take that back.
before we present anything to you guys, we usually
Because,
do our homework.
from 2011, you're collecting all that money. I mean, paying back, and there's no interest that you're paying, you know what I mean?
Well, this was pretty much an incentive for you guys.
No doubt.
Yeah, there's an incentive for you guys.
I have a
Yeah.
problem here with Steve Minchek here in 2020. His salary here is really above what he should have been making. I don't know.
No,
Every
the-
board member will make a different amount every
Well,
year,
that's a lot of
depending on their
money there.
longevity.
I believe that was the time that you got an extra check or county, they paid Shudik and Steve some extra money.
That was actually in 2021.
Oh, 2021.
Yeah, and that was all paid back.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, you made 11,000 that year, 20, and then you dropped back down to 84. So.
Talking on it, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm just asking this question here,
What happened in
Because-
2021? I mean,
The question is if we can put 10% in there, you got 10% in there already, that year of 2020, above everybody else.
I don't think you heard.
No.
I just don't understand how you got that.
You didn't hear what she said. She said the
All
money
of that
was
money
paid back.
was repaid,
Uh-huh.
all of it. Everything they were overpaid in 2020
Yeah.
was repaid, or 2021 was repaid in 2022.
I don't know really too much about that. I'm just asking here that he made $11,279 in 2020. The year before, he made 9,500, and the year after, he made 84. I'm just wondering how he made $11,500 that year.
Let's,
That's a question I'm
let's,
asking.
I mean-
move forward, let's move forward. That's already taken care of, right? He paid the money back, you overpaid him. he
That
paid
has
it
no,
back.
I'm asking the question about that $11,000, how he got that kind of money.
Am I misunderstanding something?
Unfortunately, we were on a different software, so I can't access individual checks.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're
Oh,
saying,
okay.
but and I wasn't here then. I came in 2021.
I know.
Once I discovered the discrepancy, that's when we put forward that the employees who were overpaid had to pay back. And they had to do that within 12 months. So everything they were overpaid, regardless of what was in there, everything they were overpaid has been paid back.
That's not the question I'm asking.
I don't understand what
I
you're
don't
asking.
That's why there was a bigger amount that year.
2020? Well,
So what had happened was, there was an overpayment to everybody that worked here
okay,
throughout the years, and when Sherry got hired in, Sherry caught it,
okay.
okay? And then, like she said, Every had 12 months, and they just withdrew out checks.
But,
What we
but
Well,
paid
this,
then,
for-
then that
Whoa,
would,
whoa, whoa,
then that should have came down.
Come on now, some order here. You had one question, and they said that he overpaid. He's saying to everybody, I didn't get paid, overpaid, so that didn't happen. So wherever it was taken care of, and we moving forward, right?
I would like to, the figure that I got was on Gateway under his name. So whether or not that was that might have included a reimbursement of some kind, I don't know. I don't have details on what it was. I only just wanted to get a roundabout idea of what we were gonna have to come up with.
I
So,
appreciate what you're saying, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just questioning why. I mean, if you got a reimbursement, that's fine,
right,
okay?
to get the actual
But,
figures, I
but a
believe,
reimbursement is not going to raise his salary.
Mr. Chair, what I think what's escaping Mr. Dudley is that no one at this table was here. So you probably have to call Mr. Shudick to get the answer to that question. I wasn't the attorney, Mr. Blackman wasn't the trustee, Sherry wasn't the accountant.
I understand.
So we can't answer your question. That's what she said. We don't know why. We do know the error was caught and the monies were repaid.
Well, evidently, there's still an error.
okay, I'll tell you what. I will go by W-2. I will search out the W-2s dating back to 2011, if that's what it takes, to ensure that we calculate based on the right amount of money for PERF, if you choose to go that option.
I just asked a question. If you cannot answer me, that's fine. I'm not telling you to go back and research something that you weren't here. You came after the fact.
Okay,
In fact,
order
You
one more
came right
time.
after.
Okay, order one more time. Okay, that's taken care of. We'll talk about that later. It was a mistake made, it was corrected, so we moving forward. You got paid over too much money, it was a mistake, and then he paid it back, apparently. No. So let's go down to the next, item on the agenda.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. I believe, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disrupt. I think you need action on this. You have on number 4.
Discussion of PERF salary information.
We need action from the body if you are choosing to opt in or not.
I
At
make
some
a motion
point,
out then.
we're gonna have to take action on that. Do we need to do it by way of?
I didn't create a
I don't have-
resolution.
There's no
Yeah,
resolution for
no.
that here.
So if they choose
No.
if that's something that they would
So,
like to
we'll have it at the next
explore
meeting.
further,
Well,
or if they
it's
want to
gotta
do
show.
it, then
No, I
we'll
got you.
create the resolution.
I didn't know we didn't have a resolution.
Yes,
Next meeting.
yes.
So-
We can make a motion on it right now. and then if
No,
the
there's
resolution
not
is-
gonna be a motion on there because there's nothing here discussing it. This
Wait
is
till
a
September, it'll be
discussion.
Too late. for the
This is a
budget.
discussion. We're moving down to
And
the
I'm
next
still
item,
talking.
which is the trustee. Excuse me, sir.
I'm still talking.
You're out of order, man.
You
You're always out of order.
So if we wait till September, Sherry, Renzer, if I'm wrong.
Mr.
The budget's already
Council,
in.
Mr. Council,
We had last year. We didn't talk
Mr.
about it.
Council, we're moving forward,
You
okay?
sure me, Mr.
We're moving
Chair,
forward.
but I think
We're
what
going down to trustee, report. Mr. Blackman, we're down, that next item is, item number 5.
But I don't think you understand, Mr. Chair, again, I understand the animus between you and Mr. Minchuk. It's
What
beyond
element
my,
would that be?
it's
sir?
clearly semantic,
What element?
because it's not even making sense. You're not listening to each other. What he was attempting to say, if you wait till September, it may very well be too late to opt in.
The information is not here to
That's
make
fine, but-
any moves on that.
You can always make a vote retroactive to a date specific. We have taken votes on many things that we didn't have in front of us. So that would
Not
be,
if I was there.
well, you were here, you weren't the chair. I
Oh,
only
I
went-
was-
Okay, but, so I want you to understand what you're trying to hastily get through. If we miss that deadline, you're absolutely giving up benefits that'll affect you. Nobody else in this room will be affected, but you will not be able to opt in into PERF and lose a substantial amount of resources and income. But if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but I want you to understand that that's what you're doing by potentially delaying this vote. And again, it's three commissioners, it's up to you all, board members of the state. But I want you to understand what you're doing, not just talk over each other.
Well,
If that's still your decision, by all means.
the chair chairs the meeting, and I'm trying to chair this meeting, right?
Okay.
Okay, that's what we're doing. But if it's the decision of this board to want to go back and to go with that, then we'll do that. I'll talk. Y'all want to do this? Y'all want to go back and go for discussion of vote on the salary?
I believe Steve, before you went to Washington, wherever he went, I believe he made a motion too.
No, I didn't hear the motion made. He motioned and walked off. He got to come back and listen. It's on the record. Let me hear, when he come back, he make a motion and we'll do it from there. But if, he just walked up anyway. So what do you want to do?
I'll make a motion to, take a vote on it.
And I can second the motion. I second the motion.
Now, the third, he's not here, so trustee gets to vote, right?
Only if there's a tie.
Only if it's a tie. And actually, that's
Right.
a little different too. He is here, he's just left.
And he abruptly walked out.
Again,
We
and
don't
you
know
asked
what's
me,
going on with
He's
that.
not here.
That's not why. He's not here.
I'm trying to explain the law, Mr.
He did not
Pearson.
bow out stating that he was going.
If you allow me to finish, again, you asked me there's no animals, you cut me off and I'm the attorney. I'm just trying to give you the law. I'm not getting a dime if this passes or not. Okay, so the law is he is here. The fact that he's temporarily adjourned the meeting does not make him not present, which means the trigger that allows him to vote is not exercised. He would have to be recorded as absent at the meeting. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
All right.
Now,
thank
what
you
if
very
I
much.
get up and leave too?
If you
Let me
leave,
ask you
then
this.
you lose the quorum and there is no more meeting. If you lose the quorum, the meeting is over.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're gonna take a vote on this.
You
I made
made
a
the
motion.
motion and I second.
I vote yes.
I vote yes. So we don't need it. Even if they abstain. So trustee report, Mr. Blackman, and before you make that report, Mr. Blackman, I'd like to say, I've been going to a lot of affairs and events that been going down at the Hidden Lake. And a lot of stuff been going on down there. I like, what you're doing down there. A lot of participation, a lot of people coming out, a lot of money being made down there, you know. So we're doing real good and people are very happy with what's going on. So I just wanted to let you know on that.
Thank you, Mr.
So
Pearson.
you're doing a good job on that.
Thank you.
So whatever report you have here, but I would like to know how we're doing. You know, and on one particular thing is that, exercising unit over there. Because I don't see anybody going down there. I'm down there 3 times a week. And we
What?
have hundreds, we have hundreds and hundreds of people. And I said that there's nobody going to that. So as you make your report, I'm getting ready to stop. Just let me know what's going on. Give me some kind of.
Okay, actually, during the times you probably was out there, there probably wasn't nobody on the court. The fitness court has always been utilized. Matter of fact, 21st century, the high school, they come out and they condition on the fitness court. A lot of people are there early in the morning. The gates open up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. People are out there. We're gonna have vitamin T here in a few weeks. Like last year, we did the spin classes out there. We're gonna do those spin classes again. So the fitness court is being utilized. I don't know, during the time you're there, maybe it's not no one there. I can't go back and forth with you on that one, but the fitness court is being used by the residents here in Ross Township.
Are there any instructors, let them know how to use that equipment?
Yes, it is, sir. If you remember at the ribbon cutting, we had, it's a QR code. So basically you scan the QR code with your phone, It teaches you and lets you know how to use all the equipment
No
that's there.
physical person, it's just a QR, okay.
QR code, but it's a person showing you
Oh.
virtually how to use the equipment.
All right, you go ahead.
Okay, pretty much today we had a back to school event. We had beautification for the students here and Ross Township. They came out, they got haircuts. Young ladies got their hair braided, they got their hair pressed and manicures as well. We provided lunch for them today. We had about how many kids?
30.
About 30 kids. So 30 kids will look good tomorrow on their first day of school. We also are donating clear book bags to one of the charter schools here in Maryville. We try to work with all the schools, not just the Maryville schools. We do stuff in Crown Point and we do things in Hobart as well. We had a movie in a park in Hobart about a month ago. We showed a kids movie. The residents out in Green Acres came out. July 25th. They came out, we had a great time. Movie in the park. Again, the residents was very impressed about our presence there because they had never had anything like that happen prior. But Thursday, we have Throwback Thursdays. On Thursdays, we have a live band in the park on Thursday. We also have a Gospel Fest coming up in September. And we also have our fall concert series is coming up September 22nd. 20th. And then we are planning another function at Green Acres as well. So did I miss anything? That's it. That's what we got for now. One last thing, all the cameras are up and running in the parks. Again, we have 24-hour access for anything that happens in the park. So we're well aware of what's going on. Okay, that's all I got.
Listen, how was the Wednesday evening senior?
Oh, that's grown tremendously.
Was pretty good.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
And sponsors too. We've got a lot of sponsors. The
And
team has been busy.
If I can say, I've been fortunate to secure sponsorship for all of next year. So,
Wow. That's good.
Well, any other questions? Anybody want to do a report on recreation and anything like that? Okay, let's go down to, announcements. Budget hearing meeting, Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, there we go, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. This evening on. Okay. Budget adoption, meeting Tuesday, October 21. At 4 p.m. We'll go again. So that's what's gonna be there. Public comment, anybody? 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 Come on, guys. Oh,
Appreciate you guys coming out.
Yes.
nobody? Mr. Dudley,
Make a motion to adjourn.
second motion. Then move first and second. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you everyone for coming.
sorry.
I need to talk to him. I'll reach out.
We gotta sign something, Sheriff?
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I'll get Stephen. He was here and was part of these, so.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Yes, sir. I want to talk to you over there.
Did you guys?
Oh,
Thanks.
Bring back, sir.
1 second.
Oh, this one.
Give me a couple minutes. No.
Video?
Give me a couple minutes.
Here is the, I think this one you said no.
As soon as you got, what we got?
No, this one you said no.
So I don't need.
The Marshall one. you said.
All of these,
Yes, if you wouldn't mind,
How you wait till?
well, that's why I gave them to you guys so that you could see them before we even got started. All right.
So I'm wondering how long that bound will take. You gonna try to email? Don't email it.
You got to do it.
job, Marcia.
Just so you
Thank you.
We're in Dallas,